God interrupted Joseph's life in a way that no other human being's life had ever been interrupted before. Listen to verses 20 to 23. It says, "But after he had considered this, the decision to divorce Mary quietly, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, 'Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins.' All this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet, 'The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel,' which means God with us." Now that's discontinuous change, right? I mean, not only is Joseph going to be a dad, surprise, he's going to be the earthly dad of the Son of God. No one had ever had to parent the Son of God before, ever in the history of the world. There were no books he could read about how to be a parent to the Son of God. There were no podcasts he could listen to, right? There were no experts who could tell him how to go about parenting the Son of God. There's a scene in the movie The Nativity Story that I think beautifully captures the anxiety and the questions that Joseph must have been feeling in light of all of this. As they're traveling to Bethlehem and camping out for the night and kind of getting ready to settle down and make some food, Mary looks up from preparing the meal and she says with a smile, "The baby is moving." And as she rubs her hand across her belly, Joseph kind of looks at her with a mixture of excitement and concern. And Mary says, "You never really told me of your dream." Joseph looks like he's about to answer, but then he turns away. And Mary says, "No, really, tell me." And so Joseph leans towards her and says, "The angel came to me. He told me the child within you had been conceived by the Holy Spirit, and that I should not be afraid." Mary asks him, "Are you afraid?" "Yes." Joseph whispers, "Are you?" "Yes." And then they both laugh nervously. And then Mary continues, "Do you ever wonder when we'll know? When we'll know when he's more than just a child? Will it be something he says, a look in his eye?" And then looking kind of helpless, Joseph says, "I wonder if I will even be able to teach him anything." Oh, right? Because it was totally unlike anything anyone had ever been through before. And that's the anxiety that Joseph was feeling. This was an immense calling, a huge responsibility, right? And there was no one who could say, well, based on how things went the last time someone had to parent the Son of God, here's what you should do, right? There were no experts for Joseph to lean on.